Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel where we engage in tarot, gossip, commentary, and conspiracies. As you can see today by the thumbnail and by the title, we are going to be getting into the Clintons. As you all know, there has been at least, or the FBI is claiming there has at least been a release of 50% of the certain financial advisor who had a secret island and who has been connected to very numerous people, whether they were in the entertainment industry, whether they was in the political sphere. There has been rumors about this financier being a IDF agent, that he was a part of the CIA. The conspiracy goes on and on, that he was a part of a cabal, etc. And if you're wondering, hey, Majin, why are you saying this person's name? We all know who you're talking about. Great, if you do know. If you don't, take the hints and clues that I just gave you and go into Google. I'm trying to avoid getting this video suppressed as much as possible, and I'm pretty sure anytime you say this financier's name and in reference to his files and the FBI allegations and his connection to the American president, this just gets completely washed out and suppressed. And so I'm trying to avoid that and see how this video do. So yes, I am going to be talking in a lot of algo speak, essentially just to test this and see how it goes. So bear with me. I'm going to try to be as elusive as possible, but still trying to give you the gist of what I'm going to get in this reading. Now, the whole purpose of me doing this, as I again said, at least 50% of this financier's files from the FBI has been released. And we have seen some repercussions and blowback come back from people, mostly abroad in like the UK. But you haven't seen anybody really face any repercussions here when it comes to America. And so, only thing you are seeing so far right now is that you're seeing the Clintons are getting ready to testify in front of a hearing. It's a private hearing from what I understand, to give their accounts or their testimony on things. And some people believe they're doing it to avoid jail time or contempt, held in contempt charges, or whatever the case may be. I don't know all the legal ramifications around this. I don't know all the legalese, but again, I'm wondering, why do they feel like they have to come out and talk about this? And it seems like no one else, especially when it comes to the red team of things, are not coming forward about the allegations and their name being pushed in this. Some of them have tried to get in front of the ball on this and trying to speak out and saying that they had no connection to this financier, this infamous financier, but we have yet to see any repercussions actually come for them. They're not losing their jobs. They're not getting their feet held to the fire. There's no investigation. It seems like everybody who seems like they were in power or in some kind of like co-conspirator space with this financier, nobody seems to be like facing some kind of investigation, at least. And yet we still have, these poor victims walking around and looking for justice and wanting answers, wanting to put the story together for themselves, because I'm pretty sure some of them have probably blacked a lot of this out because they probably don't even want to recall these atrocious happenings that took place with them at such a young age. Their lives have been forever changed from this. So yeah, I want to see what we're going to get out of this reading. I'm going to stop yapping and get into this. I think I gave enough background on this. I do want to issue a disclaimer, however, because not just because this is dealing with legal things and this is dealing with such a big hot topic issue. It's to let you know how to use my readings moving forward. I often tell people, think of me as a spiritual translator. There are sometimes certain things I'm going to receive, I'm going to download, I'm going to interpret, I'm going to intuitively feel, and I am going to try my best to translate or interpret what it is that I'm getting. But sometimes, because I'm human, I fail at that, or I, misspeak or mistranslate. Misinterpret what it is that I'm trying to get across, but I try my best to give it to you as best that I can, the messages that I get. With that being said, please note that my tarot readings are not to be used as, I would say, truth tellers. Think of them as more so as like confirmations, maybe hints, guidance, but not, the end all be all. You run with the message and just move forward. That is not what my tarot readings are for. With all of that being said, and if you're okay with that, we can move forward with this reading, and I will try my best again to deliver the message as ambiguously as possible, because again, we are dealing with a lot of big figures here, and because I know this is some topics that I know is being suppressed in the algorithm. So with that being said, let's shuffle these cards and get into it. So we are looking at the Clintons and what they are trying to get ahead of. What are they trying to avoid? What are they wanting to say here with this whole fallout with the financier files here? Let's see. The dark financier files. Okay, first things first, I have the King of Coins here. Ooh, okay, I'm sorry. I had a card over here that fell on the floor. I do see the Three of Swords is just determined to fall out here. But I also have, Queen of Coins. Oh, Three of Swords and the King of Swords. Let me move these on over. So all of these are coming up in the upright. I want to say that first and foremost, I am getting the King of Coins. To me, that is speaking of, to me, it feels like trying, although I don't think this is right. This is my commentary. This is my opinion. I don't think them trying to spin their own narrative on this, or trying to jump ahead and tell their story, or trying to control the narrative is the right way to go. But with this King of Coins here, it feels like they feel like they have to kind of get out in front of this in order to change some of the, like, get some of the heat off of them. Essentially, they're trying to protect their branding, their legacy. I know this has probably also hurt a bit of their, I won't say I know, but I intuitively feel like what I'm getting is that this has hurt a bit of their negotiations or dealings, business dealings, political dealings, whatever the case may be. I feel like this, what I'm hearing is kind of like the Clinton brand is nuclear right now. Nobody really wants to touch it. Nobody really wants to go around it. People are really unsure on how to move forward with the Clintons and their foundation, or like their brand, their partnership, whatever the case may be. It just kind of feels like what I'm hearing is like you're nuclear right now. We don't want to touch you. And I think that's what this King of Coins is coming out saying here. Again, with the Queen of Coins, now this could be Bill and Hillary. They both are thinking about their family, their lineage, their legacy, their brand, their connections, their network, their business dealings, contracts, all of those things that's going on, their political power, all of those things. And they're just working together to try to make sure that they are protecting it as best as possible, and trying to get out ahead of this and control the narrative, trying to prevent any kind of like justice. I won't say justice, but I would say legal dealings here. And I feel like that's what this King of Swords is coming up here and representing. And then we do also have the Three of Swords coming up here. And, you know, you could tell by this image, but if you don't know, the Three of Swords is usually like, I am trying to, this kind of feels like I'm trying to outmaneuver or ride out, a crisis. I'm trying to maneuver through a crisis. I'm trying to come out on the other side of something horrible, something bad that has happened, into the other side. I'm trying to, you know, I'm going through the choppy waters and the spiral that's going on out here in the ocean in hopes of getting to calmer, shallow waters here. I'm trying to navigate this through the storm as best as possible. And that's kind of like what I'm getting here with the Three of Swords. And again, the King of Swords here just feels like trying to avoid those legal ramifications. I will also say here with the King of Swords, because it is an air sign, there could be some mental, I want to say narrative, or I also think of like, I don't know why data is a thing, but it feels like, again, it feels like maybe social media is another thing here with the King of Swords. It still feels like it's coming around to kind of like trying to control that story, that narrative that has been spun about them, and trying to prevent their brand from becoming even more nuclear, or nuclear explosion, essentially. What I also see coming up here, we do have the Six of Cups coming up here up underneath. We have the Nine of Cups coming up in reverse for the underlying energies. I am also getting the Ace of Wands here. And notice with the Ace of Wands, it's like we're catching a big fish. I wonder if they are going to turn on somebody or provide them someone else that is going to kind of like take the heat off of them, that the FBI can go and look into further. And I do also wonder if they're going to give this person's name. Now, what is it called? Like, oh my God, I'm thinking of that girl Kelsey from that Megan Thee Stallion case, where it's like I'll in exchange for me giving you information or giving you this big fish, I want it's not alimony, it's I basically want to be shielded from any further repercussions or investigations or any other kind of like legal ramifications. I want to be able to get off like scot-free. I don't want to be held responsible for knowing this person or holding on to the information that I have, etc. Or I don't want to be, you know, I don't want my connection to this person to be exposed. You need to be able to divulge how you got this information. It should just be internal. It shouldn't be something that should go public. So that's something I'm getting here with the Ace of Wands. The Nine of Cups coming up in reverse, that is wishes not being granted. So I wonder if they're like, although they want to turn this person in, whatever like the little connection or whatever the case may be here, from the past, or maybe that is the dark financier, maybe it's him himself, but I feel like there's some big information or like a bone they're going to toss the committee in order to get off of their back. And I'm not surprised by that, but think very much that's the reason why they would be coming forward in the first place. But let's see if I'm going to get any more information. Well, before I do that, let's see, what are they, let me dive into this a bit more. What are the Clintons exchanging here? Okay, what is this card that's sticking out? I do have the Ten of Coins. I have the Nine of Coins. So the Nine of Coins came out first. It did come out in reverse. I have the Ten of Coins. Do Bill and Hillary Clinton have a foundation? I keep hearing something about their foundation. Like the Clinton Foundation. I don't know if they have one. Like I know Bill Gates and Melinda and Bill Gates or whatever has like a scholarship or a foundation, but I don't know about the Clintons. And then we also do have the Six of Wands coming up here in reverse as well. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what came up for me, what I heard vehemently in my head when I seen the Six of Wands. It was like laying something to rest. Um I'm also getting dead men tells no tales. But I vehemently heard like laying something to rest. But I don't think it's actually going to be laid to rest with the Six of Wands here. The Six of Wands is oftentimes like a false victory. But with this coming up in reverse, maybe they are going to have something where it's going to be over and done. Nothing else about them. Um, but then also, I see here they have with the Ten of Coins. The Ten of Coins, again, and what I heard vehemently with that was their foundation. I don't know exactly, is the money drying up, or is they trying to get more money paid into their foundation? Is it in connection to their foundation, or some kind of like estate or something like that that they hold? It feels like something big like that, like a uh, yeah, like an estate or a foundation, or maybe a corporation that they have together. Wait, are they gonna have to close out of the foundation or something? Maybe has it been used for stuff? I don't know exactly where this thread is going. Cause I seen like shutters. I don't know if it's like, or is it like jail bars, but I've seen like shutters um on like it look like a building shuttering up or something. Packing up and closing shop. Or is it in connection to some building that they closed out because of the connections and stuff like that with this dark financier, or this alleged financier, because it seems like he was doing everything else but actually helping people gain wealth, it seems like. That Nine of Coins. Usually Nine of Coins to me reek of like independence. Okay, so do the Clinton Foundation, do they have some connection to like I can very much see Hillary Clinton having something like this, but is this some kind of foundation or organization or nonprofit or something like that that they pay into for like um to help like women break through political parties or political glass ceilings, or to help get them through school or something, help paying for moms? I feel like it's almost something maybe like female empowerment kind of thing, or like a all girls school type of thing. I'm not sure, it's starting to escape me now, but I feel like maybe that's something that's coming up here. I don't know what this little business dealing is or this foundation, but I think that's what is coming up here. And I feel like maybe there's a story, because again, I was posing this question on like what exactly are they, the information they're going to be forthcoming with, and I wonder if it's something in ties with one of their businesses, and if they're going to excuse me, if they're going to divulge that information in order to save that business, or this business has already closed but they still have the testimony and the receipts and proof of like what took place there. um yeah, I wonder what that is. Again, underlying energies, I have Hanged Man. Yeah, they definitely knew something. They definitely knew something. The Emperor here as well, they knew something. Six of Swords. And look at what that Six of Swords. I gotta bring that close for you all. Look at what that Six of Swords is. It say discovery on that thing there. So let me turn that up right for you so you can read it. It says discovery. And it's this dark ship coming in. Ooh. Nope, leave that there. Don't you touch it. Don't you touch it. Yeah, that I don't think I can just say on here. I don't know a way to put it. Yeah, the island. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's something tied to the island with this ship. And it's saying discovery is in more than one island. Allegedly. Was it more than one island? Let's see. Can I get some more clarity? Forward. Yeah, look, holler, holler. They're gonna tell. They're gonna spill some beans on some stuff. They're going to, I'm not saying this is right or wrong, but I think they were just holding on to this. They were like, well, if nobody else is coming forward about it, we're going to use it to get ahead of things. We deal with a bunch of shady people all the time. This was just yet another one. And although a lot of people would rule them guilty because they were complicit, whether it was, by not doing anything or holding on to these secrets or letting it go on for as long as they have and not trying to do something to like, intercede or to halt this from going on. They've pretty much laid into it and let it continue. Or if they actually had some kind of involvement in it, or they were, what do you call it? Like a Ponzi scheme about it or something like that, or an unwilling participant, I say is probably the better word. You still had something to do with it, and there was nothing being done. And then we also have 3 sheets to the wind. This is rebellion, merriment, overindulgence, escape. Yeah, no, I think they had something to do with it. That right there makes me feel like, oh yeah, we partied, we were involved in it, we had some kind of inkling, but maybe they didn't do some of the more nefarious things here. And that's probably what they're coming out about. Like, yeah, we probably helped with the parties, or, allegedly we may have, been there for some of the more distasteful gatherings, etc. But we didn't get into the darkness of it. We were unaware of how deep this went, or the connections and stuff that was going on here. We thought we were aware, but we're becoming more and more informed as days go by ourselves. And then we have catching lightning bugs. They are going to rat on somebody, allegedly. Happiness, everyday magic, childhood, simple pleasures, wonders, secret wish. They are going to rat on somebody. The underlying cards I got is a little something I threw together. This is accomplishment, triumph, self-esteem, talent, accolades, fame. I also have sweating like a sinner in church. It is coming up in reverse. I want to put that out there. So this reads guilt, remorse, nerves, worry, confession, coming clean, apology, integrity needed. And then we also have whatever floats your boat. Here's the second time I'm getting a reference to a boat here. Remember the other card we got here with the 6 of Swords, wasn't it? Yep. Moving on from something choppy waters into calming waters here with the 6 of Swords. Trying to get ahead of something. We also have fulfillment, enthusiasm, follow your bliss, and money comes. Is this something about maybe... Okay. Going back to these, because I'm getting a lot of boat references here. Either I feel like, and this is my commentary, this is my guess. I feel like there's something here either about a yacht, a boat, or another island. They're going to give something coming forward about some story or incident or something that took place on a boat, a yacht, another island, some water excursion or something. I feel like that's something that they're going to come forward with. And it's going to point them in a different direction. And maybe they're going to start looking down. Because now I'm getting something about a manifesto. I don't know what that is. Maybe, I don't know if boats have manifestos or whatever. I'm not sure. I ain't that rich. I don't know. But maybe there's something there that they're going to give. Yeah. That's what I'm getting for this reading. Let me know what you think. I'm afraid to kind of like dig any deeper. Because again, I'm just looking at what what may be coming out about this testimony, especially since this is something that they are doing in private, or at least they are trying to get one in private. Who knows if the public will hear anything about it, but I wanted to do a reading ahead of time and get this information out to you. Let me know what you all think down in the comment section below. What kind of the conspiracies that you have heard going out on the little random corners of the internet. If there was something here that I mentioned that you can expand upon, because again, I'm not that educated and well read on all of this. I have not been keeping up with this dark financiers files and the releasings of them and what the new findings are. So if there's something that you can, shine a bit more light on down in the comment section, it'll be very much appreciated. But with all that being said, I want to thank you for watching this reading. Thank you for that like. Yes, hit that like button. And I will see you in the next reading. Wishing you all a great night, day, and evening. Until next time, bye.